Oh man, I really want to get a video out by tomorrow, but what am I going to talk about? What can I do? I don't really have any topics. What do? I really want to get a video out tomorrow, but what do I do? Oh yeah, Quintel announced that Close Enough is getting a second season. Hey everybody, Blood Moon Bobby here. Hope you enjoyed that intro bit. By the way, that was not real sweat. That was actually a spray bottle I used, but the water still stained my shirt anyway, so I literally had to change in between takes. But anyways, we are here to discuss the news that Close Enough is getting a second season. That's right. Quintel has put out a tweet that says, quote, "Close Enough has been picked up for season 2. Now, we don't really have more details about what this is going to be about. I'm sure it's in the really early stages of development. We didn't see like a Close Enough season 2 trailer. I was hoping that maybe they could release one for Comic-Con at home, but we didn't get that. So we'll have to see down the road if they'll release a trailer for the second season. And I am excited because I do really enjoy Close Enough. It's a very enjoyably fast-paced, surreal show. I really like the cast of characters: Josh, Emily, Alex, Bridget, Pearl, and Randy. I think they're really, really likable, really funny, and identifiable. Close Enough is pretty similar to regular show in terms of its sense of humor, and in some of the characters they kind of talk in a similar fashion and have that sort of dude bro sort of attitude. But there's more or adult sensibilities and adult jokes, and much of the jokes I feel are pretty funny. They contain a lot of pop culture references. I really like the visual jokes in this show. One I could think of, for example, is when Josh's wife Emily, there's a entire scene where she gets high on marijuana and goes on an acid trip. I think the joke that made me laugh the hardest, though, would have to be there's an episode where Alex talks about an encounter he had with killer stripper clowns, and one of the clowns makes a animal balloon using his dick, and it's supposed to be a giraffe, and the clown is like, "Wait for it." And without getting into too much more detail, the neck of the balloon giraffe extends. You could fill in the blanks. There's definitely a lot of funny jokes in Close Enough, but what surprised me about the show, I was expecting, more adult jokes, being that Close Enough was originally supposed to be a TBS show. But what surprised me is that this show actually covers quite a few more adult, like the challenges of being an adult. If you go to HBO Max's description of Close Enough, they describe Close Enough as a show where the characters are, quote, navigating that transitional time in your 30s where life is about growing up but not growing old. And you definitely see that in many episodes. A lot of the things that the characters struggle with include things like parenting, aging, relationship drama, and even keeping up with current trends. I think the episode that personifies this the most is there's one time where the characters go to this nightclub, and if they just find out you're 30, they send you up and up and up into this fan, and then you get cut up, and it's super bloody and blood sprays everywhere because the people in the nightclub don't like who they consider old people, basically anybody 30 years old or older, or including the principal cast. There's also another episode where Quintel's own character Josh really wants to show his daughter skateboarding lessons because he wants to be a good parent, and he wants to be a different kind of parent from his own dad, who is this really stern, you got to be on time kind of person, and always showing his watch and just being a real just being a real hard ass. So, yeah, I was honestly really surprised they, tackle these kind of things, and they tackle it in a very understandable and sensitive way where I really feel for the characters. I would say that's one of the genuine surprises I got out of watching Close Enough, is the fact that the show covers these kind of things. Now, as far as what I like to see in the second season of Close Enough, as As is with a lot of speculation, especially really early on where we don't really have any much details, I think it's really anybody's guess as far as what we could expect. I'm curious to see if we're going to see things like if we'll get episodes where we go into even more about Josh and Emily's relationship. Maybe we'll get to see where they first met. There is a episode where they kind of skim through like the time they first met and got married and gave birth to their daughter Candace. But I'm wondering if they could do like an entire episode where they completely focus on that, or even an episode where they explain what happened between Bridget and Alex, because now they are a divorced couple. I have a feeling some might say, "Oh, those aren't, unnecessary details," but I guess I'm a kind of person who like wants to know as much character information and doesn't mind a lot of exposition as possible, because I do really think these are, likable characters put into these really like strange and surreal situations as you would expect from J.G. Quintel. I think something I would really like to see come from Close Enough in the future is maybe an episode focusing on Pearl and her adopted son Randy, because we haven't really gotten an episode focusing on them yet. I think there was one time there was an episode where Randy and Josh set out to find Pearl, but that's about it. We do see them from time to time, but I would like to see an episode focusing on them because they seem like really fascinating characters, and Pearl seems to have a rather interesting past because she used to be in the police force, so I'm curious if we're going to see some really crazy tales come from there. With Close Enough, I'm definitely interested in the show. By default, it would be one of my favorite shows to watch on HBO Max. I would say if you're a fan of regular show, I think you're really going to like Close Enough, and I think it's really perfect, I think, for regular show fans who maybe watched the show when they were like, they're in their teens, and now that they're adults, they can, move on to Close Enough. It definitely has J.G. Quintel's DNA all over it, but I'm really glad he was able to take it into making this really entertaining adult series on HBO Max. So, yeah, so let me know your thoughts down below. What do you personally think of Close Enough? Are you excited for the second season? If you have seen the show, what's your favorite episode? Leave all those thoughts down below. And until next time, this has been Blood Moon Bobby, and thank you all for watching. Hi everyone, thanks for watching this Blood Moon Bobby video. Like and share the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel to see more of my videos and ring the bell to be notified about my latest uploads. Don't forget to follow me on social media for my latest opinions and video updates. I hope to see you next time.